This is a game review for the Nami. Jhin Nami into Lucian Alistair. This is gold 5 on NA. So we've got a decent a lane push in with the Jhin. However, the Alistair's going to cause you issues. So I think the aim of the game here is that you're just going to have to play the laning phase particularly safe, especially on Nami. You're going to be holding back a lot. The only amount of harassment you can do is level 1 onto the Alistair. After that, you're just going to have to play it safe. But after you get out the laning phase, and as long as you get out the laning phase not too badly, not too badly hurt, then you should just win this forever mid game. You should be able to have a lot more impact on the game than the Alistair will ever do. So yeah, it's just the amount of burst that's going to be coming in from their bot lane. It's just going to be the thing that kills you. Although one thing I have noticed is that the Lucian hasn't got press to attack, he's got fleet work, so there will be ever so slightly less damage coming through, which is kind of handy for you guys. But yeah, just if the Alistair, for example, engages on your Jhin, the best thing you got to try and do is predict where the Lucian's going to go and bubble the Lucian, basically. Slow by there.
Hi YouTube. I think Bizzle is handsome. What about you? Write your opinions in the comments.
Thank you, Anticipated for the 7 months, dude. Right. Kind of dangerous to come back and face check this try, especially against an Alistair. Should probably have come down this way. With the Alistair, your job at this level 1 as a Nami is to harass as much as possible. Yeah, it's okay. I think when Lucian was here though, you should have done an auto attack as well here. But you need to be playing a lot more aggressive than this, so you're FK here. You need to be way more aggressive. Auto attack as well, you need to put an auto attack in that. Auto attack W, and then if you can, get another W auto attack in. Yeah, more like that, but just more. You need to harass more. It needs to be way more aggressive. Right, now you got to back off since they hit level 2. Just W the Jhin. You need to prioritize on Wing the Jhin first there for the extra airy shield on the Jhin to give him a little bit more tankiness. Yeah. You can go in every time the Alice's combos on cooldown. Don't waste your bubble though, because that's going to be the biggest thing in countering an Alistair engage, so you don't want to be wasting your bubbles though. Just be really careful. You can't just waste bubbles like that. You're gonna get engaged. You've got nothing to counter back with. Just be really careful. You don't have a cookies in your build, so that's going to give you some mana sustain issues as well, but especially with the amount of bubbles you'd be randomly throwing out. You're way too far up by yourself here. I understand that the Lucian in particular is quite low, but don't get too greedy on that. You should be playing a little bit safer than this. If this was high ELO, you'd already be dead. Like guaranteed. I've already seen like 2 or 3 chances that you could have died here already.
Let me get those berries.
It's okay to hit the tower a tiny bit just for your GP5 quest, and then you got to get out of here. You can't stay in here. Get ready to queue Lucian. Every time Alistair goes in, you need to be thinking about queuing the Lucian. And usually you don't want to queue up where Lucian's standing, you want to predict where he's going to dash into. This is fine. Still very risky to do that sort of bubble. Yeah. It's great that you can land bubbles at that range in a different composition where it's not an Alistair that can hard engage or a Leona kind of thing. But I think you're getting a little bit way too much aggro. Just really honestly way too risky. I think I would have taken coin here and just played it safe. You really need your bubble up. Alright, let's just watch all of this. So you haven't got much mana because you've been spamming Q all laning phase, and you didn't have cookies. Now you got 50 mana, it's Bubble's 60, right? Yeah, so you've only got mana for Bubble. You're definitely dead here. You did the right thing here, CCing the Lucian though. That's literally the best you could have got from that scenario. It's a shame Jhin didn't heal you. Yeah, like, you could, okay, right. So if they are that low and they are scared, you can just freeze the lane and just, like, you know, play it off there. It's just every time Alistair, now your flash is down, and if you continue to play the way you have been, you're gonna die. Like 100%, you're gonna die, right? This is way too, like, you're playing way too aggressively. You're playing one of the squishiest supports in the game, and you're going into an Alistair which is amazing against squishy people in the laning phase. He'll fall off after laning phase, but like during this laning phase, it's like, yeah. Isn't the AD carry's job to freeze the lane? Yes, it is. But you can still communicate that to your AD carry. Decent wardage. This is a decent move here to try and get onto the Lucian. You would have been in range if you just E'd yourself, or you would have sped yourself up with the self on E, and then you would be able to auto attack for a slow, and then you could bubble if you really wanted to go for that. Just throwing out Qs is just not the way to do it. Most of the time you need to apply a slow. E gives you the extra movement speed. Like, this should be an E on yourself there. That should be like E on yourself, auto attack, and then to W. You need to be aware of Alistair coming back in now. He still hasn't been here for a while. Okay, Alistair's already done his combo. I would still highly suggest that you play safe. You have no flash. You don't even have potions. Just be so careful now, okay? Good bubble though, but you're in too close. If Alistair goes on you... Oh. I'm like cringing at every time you go in so deep, because if this was high ELO, you guys would be punished so hard. Pretty clean from your cat. You've got to push in this tower now as much as possible. Don't forget. Okay, now you got to get out. If you miss this bubble, you die. Yep, you die. Get a yeast flash out though. I think what you should have done there, instead of just trying to do a blind Q there and kind of like randomly guess, I think the entire bubble was in the wall there actually as well. I don't think anything was out in the lane there as well. I think you flashed too... You didn't even have flash, never mind. Yeah, okay, there's nothing you could have done there apart from adding the Q there. That was literally your only option actually. Right, you're coming back into lane. You've got maybe boots. You've already got your control ward still in the tri-bush. Your AD carry's dead. Don't. No. You're 1v3 bot lane, you know that as well. There's nothing to be gained from defending this. Okay, I appreciate the enthusiasm for being aggressive, but you just need to know when to be aggressive, honestly. There's like no stop pedal on you at all. I didn't choose the better game, you got wrecked so hard. I mean, this is a perfectly fine game to review because I'm seeing plenty of mistakes here being played, and this was the only loss in your match history for this patch, Cal. I don't know what you're doing. I genuinely don't know what you're doing. It's like you're way too like... You got your pedal shoved on the go, and like imagine you're in like first gear in your car and you're just pushing down, like you're going 60 miles per hour down the motorway. You're just blowing yourself up for no reason. Like, you need to slowly ramp up in this game. You're just going full 100% the entire time. Finding wards is fine. You know the use med. This is a decent roam from you. Shame you don't have your ulti. These okay. Right, you need, okay, it's paining for me to see this, that you got the E ready there. You need to E yourself first. Like always, E yourself first. Get the auto attack with the slow, and then work your way with when you're going to use bubble after that. I haven't seen you do it once. You need to prioritize doing your E first, to then auto attack slow to help land your bubble. Landing bubble is one of the hardest CC abilities in the game. You're just trying to like throw it out blind like constantly. Always get the E on yourself. Okay? You're missing too many vital bubbles. I think that's your Zen dead now, yep. You can't really chase down here, you just need to push in the lane. Just be aware of the Eves here. Very lucky Alistair scuffed that. This should be an Alistair kill for you guys. Don't think you can go for more. You need to push in this lane, you need to get the tower. Just get the tower here. You got 3 ward charges, by the way. You're sitting on 3 ward charges. Like, you should have been warding on the way or during these fights as well. So you need to get a ward in this pixel brush here when you're around here. Maybe even a ward in this brush here when this fight was breaking out. In this scenario here, you should have, when you're DPSing this tower here, you should be hugging this wall around here and doing a ward over the wall into this bush here. You should be using your wards. Definitely. That's a very late ward. Do you know what I mean? You've already walked past that brush blind. You've ended up here and then you've warded it. You should be warding first and then going past. You guys can take this dragon. Although your jungler's not here. I think you need to back off by now. Okay. I think you're going into the dragon pit here because you're thinking you could just flash over this wall. Right, you need to ult like now. This dragon is like, they're gonna have to go in or not go in. So you ult right now, so you definitely get the dragon no matter what. You ult right now. You don't put yourself in a bad position here, because if you ulted right there, you wouldn't need to use your flash if that's what's gonna have to happen here. It's a really nice bubble there. It's an appropriate used ult since you didn't use it earlier. Yeah, and then you have the flash over the wall. But if you had just ulted here to stop them from entering into the river in the first place, you would have killed Baron and you would have been able to walk down back to your own tri-brush and you wouldn't have had to use flash. Just get out. You got no resources. It's just time to get out. There's nothing else to fight for down in bot lane. Zin managed to pick up a Herald as well. You bought another control ward. You're going towards the Fiends and Holy Grail. That's good. God damn it, my stomach's rumbling. Sorry. Okay, do you have ulti up? No, you don't. Okay, wait. Why are you going so aggressive here? I'm just trying to work out why. You need to E yourself. If you're going to do engages like this, which I do not advise anyway, because Alistair's right there and it can easily turn it around back on your face. But you need to E yourself here to get the auto attack. And as soon as the Alistair starts turning around going back towards you, there's nothing else you can do anyway because you've done the bubble and a W. All honesty, it's all really been pointless here anyway. You shouldn't have been chasing up there anyway. You shouldn't be wasting your bubbles just to randomly pick off someone that far away from your team. Because the only thing that's happening there is you're the only person there doing harassment and your teammates are way too far behind to follow up that CC. All you can really do here is just try and escort the cat out of this fight, really. which isn't going to happen. This fight started because of you. You're going to lose 3 or 4 people. You're going to lose 4 people. That was 100% your fault. It's just like the unnecessary aggression for no reason whatsoever. It's really weird. You're not respecting the Alistair pick at all. You're just like full YOLOing in as a squishy caster. And you used all your CC ability. And yeah, really? Yeah, that was 100% your fault. 100%. You initiated the fight for no reason. There's literally no... I'm going to take it right back to the beginning. I'm kind of amazed you didn't see it. Like, what's the point in harassing the solution here like this? There's an Alistair here that can go straight onto you, and you would die anyway if he was better, right? The Alistair would perma CC you. You're not doing your E slow anyway. Like, here, you should have stopped chasing here. Like, right here. I can see maybe you might want to do a W poke and get out, but literally, you're going way too deep. This is way too deep. Look at where your players are. You've got no minion wave pushing into this tower, so the tower's not going to tank anything apart from champions if they do dive. That's way too far. Like, you should turn around here. As soon as you see that Alistair coming in here, you need to be backing out straight away. You keep going in for auto attacks. Without E, mind you, as well. You get Zin knocked up here. Cat now has to try and tower dive your engage because she thinks it might be a good engage. So Cat was just following up your engage, which was a really bad engage. So then Cat dies from that. Then Zin's trying to clean up as well to try and save Cat. You're hovering at the back, not doing a whole lot. And then you can just clean up easy. It's just you're initiating a play for... There was nothing to fight for there as well. There was literally nothing to fight for there. Okay, say if you did get Lucian, you're not going to 100% to 0 a Lucian, right? There's literally nothing to fight for here. There's no minion waves at the tower for you to be able to harass the tower. There's literally nothing to win from that fight. Just everything to lose. So you're easily going to lose tier 1. You probably will lose tier 2 as well. Yeah, that's huge. 14 minutes in the game losing a tier 2 mid is massive. Alright, so you need to reset your mind after that. You've got an extremely fed Master Yi on the enemy team. It's a shame that Jin can't follow up there. You need to try and get to this top side because they're overextending now. They've managed to get 2 towers and 4 kills and they haven't gone back yet. So you want to try and like do something because they need to recall, right? Get another ward over there. That's a good idea. Good. Yeah, wanting to fight after that kind of fight where they haven't gone back yet is a good idea. It is. You've got to use your ult straight away here. Oh, why are you not ulting? That ult should have been way sooner. It's not going to hit anyone. Why they're all funneled in here? Here. But they're all collapsing in like a triangle position and they're going to get closer towards this area here. You should be looking to... You could probably even like ult. You can see this Alistair's about to go in. If you actually ult here, it will interrupt the Alistair combo. So you won't even get a knock up anyway. Like, oh. Yeah. Even if the Alistair still gets to go through your ulti, which sometimes does happen if you do it a tad too late, it will still knock up these two at the back. The Master Yi's and you might get something out from this actually. Just the ult's just way too late. Like, after the fight had been disengaged, then you ult kind of thing. I guess that was an okay covering bubble for Jin. Could have been bad. Just not a whole lot you can do really right now. I think you should just prep up mid area and get ready for the next Drake. So Drake's going to be the next objective that's going to be spawning, so you want to focus on getting wards like around this here, where my entire screen is. Like try and get like a ward around here. A couple of wards around here and prep up for the mid. Oh, and Zin's used Herald down mid, so yeah, you're gonna need to get ready for mid. There needs to be a ward in the middle of the lane here to see rotations as well. You can't interrupt Nami ult. Like, she can precast it. There's a Alistar can go through it if you use it too late. But it will still go out and knock up the people behind. I've interrupted a lot of Alistar combos with my Nami ulti. Right, okay, it's like no respect for the Alistar at all here from anyone. As long as you respect the Alistar engage, it's like he becomes extremely, like, really bad. You seem to be standing there. Okay, the only thing you can do here is I would bubble over, like, here. Jin's definitely gonna die, like 100% gonna die. Yeah, you bubbled where I would. You gotta back out though. You can't fight this. Just leave the cat. Yeah, you're doing the right thing here. You have to ditch the cat here. This game is going to be near impossible to come back into because you've got a really fed Yi. Wait, why are you defending bot by yourself here? What happened here? I can kind of see why. You can't. No. W yourself. No. Everything was wrong there. You're not using your bubble. Like, you can't use bubble to wave clear there because then he can just tower dive you. He's 3 levels above you. No, this is everything wrong with that play. From just standing still and not moving away from Lucian as well. You need to be using like your like casting and moving away at the same time kind of thing as well. It seems to be like you're too slow from like clicking on away from players. Like you could easily just do self heal and then walk away. And you would have been like maybe around 30-40% here. Just from that. But you shouldn't really be here in a situation anyway. You shouldn't be trying to fight someone 3 levels above you. Decent bubble though. He's gonna... Nope. If one more tower shot came out, he would have died. Yeah. A lot of mistakes this game. A lot of it just seems in the experience of Nami as well though, to be fair. You can't move from there. I would start casting recall there. Stop throwing out your keys like that. It's killing me. Okay, you know you're screwed. You've got a very low HP tower here. You're lucky they haven't cut through here. If they were doing it properly, one of these people would have cut through down to bot side. You have your ult. According to this, you have your ult. I don't know how true that is, but you can use your ult to interrupt the Alistar combo. You overstay here like crazy. You can just E yourself and walk out here. E yourself and walk out. Alright, if Alistar gets that close, you should have already casted your ult across and make sure you prioritize interrupting the Alistar combo, and you'll still be able to walk away from this. Jhin won't be able to recall from this. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it like that because it's just the same things over and over again, and that's turning into an utter snowball stomp. So there's just been way too many like mechanical mistakes in this game rather than macro. I think there hasn't really been too much to talk about in terms of macro this game. It's just because you guys got so wrecked based on poor micro decisions. You really need, if you're going to be playing Nami more, you really need to, you got the item build correct, but like you need to E yourself to slow down the enemies. You need to bubble in a less spammy way. You need to use your bubble like as a more of an urgency thing, or to catch someone out, rather than just trying to spam it out. Like you need to, especially against the hard engage like Alistar, you should identify that Alistar will wreck you in lane, and just by overextending so much consistently, even with your flash down, it's just like way out of order. You should be playing it a lot more passively, and you should be a lot more scared of an Alistar. Like the level 1 harassment, you could have done a little bit more there. You probably could have done about another 100 to 150 damage to Lucian level 1. But yeah, I think you were right about taking bubble level 2 against an Alistar that can engage. But generally, if the enemy hasn't got an engaged support, you should go East level 2, if that's not what you're doing already. Stop forcing fights for no reason. That's what I can say. That seems to be a consistent thing throughout laning phase and that mid fight, which basically cost your team the game. Your habit is just going 100% must fight every time. Gotta fight, and it's too much. It's way too much. It's like there's just no stop pedal here. You've got no brakes on. It's just I want to fight. Even when you're behind, fight. It's too much. It really is too much. You got to respect the people that have the hard engage CCs. You got to respect the fact that you're squishier. Catching out some people sometimes is fine if you know for a fact the engager isn't there, and like just don't overstay. Like even in this fight here where you were walking up here to harass the Lucian, it was like not only doing just a W and then walking away is usually acceptable, but you were basically like trying to Q him, W him, and then land auto attacks, and it's just like it's way too much. Okay. Yeah, and also use your ulti a little bit more effectively as well. Alistar ulti combo can be interrupted by Nami, which is one of the reasons why she's pretty decent. She has the ability to prevent a lot of engages that way as well. Just Nami's Q is the hardest thing to land as support, right? But you need to do E yourself, and you get E to your Qs. Also, there's another combo that you should be aware of is if you do your ulti first, they get knocked up in place, and then it should be a free Q unless they mash flash out of it. There's a chance they might be able to flash out of it. But if you knock them up with your ulti and then do a quick Q directly on top of them, you can usually get a bubble out that way as well. If you weren't aware of that as well, that's another really nice Nami combo. But yeah, I know you're saying in chat that this is like, it's sad that I'm reviewing this game. A, you didn't really give me much options in your match history list. There were 3 victories and 1 loss. This was the only loss. And B, I think there's enough mistakes here anyway, and I think there's enough here for you to play Nami again to, like, you know, change a lot of what you're doing here. So yeah, hopefully that helps you out. Sorry I sounded harsh, but it was genuinely you're playing the game like completely the wrong way. You were playing it like A, you're always ahead, and B, like you were some sort of like mega harassing AP / engaging champion, which just isn't the case. So yeah, you just gotta learn when to like take a breather sometimes.
Let me get those berries.